Hi, Di Worley again, and this is video 4 about Jeff Olsen's book The Slight Edge. And this is about a second story that he uses to illustrate the way that things happen in life. And this is a story about two little frogs who find their way accidentally into a pail of milk. And they get in there and they drink loads and loads and loads, and when they're full, they're just thinking, oh my God, that was just the most fantastic taste I've ever had in my life. So then they thought, well, we better go off home. And of course they then realised when they tried to get out of there that the sides of the pail were really slippery. Plus I guess they probably were quite fat by then, having drunk all that milk, and they couldn't get out. So they swam frantically, panic, 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 panic. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And these two little frogs were brothers, and one of the brothers says, you know what, it's hopeless. I'm just going to let nature take its course, and with that he slowly sinks beneath the milk and drowns. So the second frog thinks, no, I mustn't do that. I'm going to try, and in his panic he swims around in circles and trying to think of a way that he can get through this and he can escape. And he finally thinks, oh, what's the use? I've tried it, I've swum round and you know, my brother's dead, and oh my gosh, you know, what am I going to do? I'm just going to let nature take its course, and I'm going to slowly sink beneath the milk and drown like my brother did. But what happened was that that didn't happen. He put his foot down and he didn't sink. And he thought, oh, what's that? And what he'd done is he'd gone round in circles so ferociously that he actually churned the milk into butter. So he was then able to step up on these bits of butter and get out and leave a very happy and relieved frog, but with a moment of regret for his brother. And of course, this is relating this to real life. Again, it's about persevering. I think it was Thomas Edison that said, you know, I haven't failed. What I've done is I've found 10,000 reasons why this particular thing doesn't work. And I think we've all gone through the stages where, you know, you've tried something new. I know when I was about 17, a long time ago, I decided I was going to take up knitting. Yes, I'm going to take up knitting, and I was going to knit this jumper. And so I wasn't a very good knitter. I was a complete beginner. So I did the old knit one purl one for the ribbing at the bottom of the jumper. And if I started that once, I started it literally 50 times. I would get the sequence wrong, and I'd end up and I'd look at it and I'd think, no, it's wrong, and I'd unravel it all and start again. And I did it again and again and again and again. And eventually I came up with a system about how I could record what I'd done. So I wrote it down in a book. Yes, this is row 1, I've done knit, purl, etc, etc. And then coming back I've got to do purl, knit, etc, so that I got it right. And after what seemed like forever, and I was, you know, how I didn't throw it out the window, I don't know, but something made me keep going on this. And that's a story about changing your life. A silly analogy, I suppose, of a piece of knitting, but by the way, I did actually finish it, and it did fit, and it looked fab. Bit out of fashion now, obviously, but no, I was really pleased with myself for persevering. And actually, we've all had times when we've tried to do something, we've tried and we thought, oh, it's no use. What's the point? I can't do it. It's not going to work for me. No. Keep trying, keep looking, keep changing, learn from your mistakes, and you do get there. And this is one of the lessons in The Slight Edge by Jeff Olsen. So this concludes the 4th video that I'm doing on this series of videos about his book. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you for my 5th post on this. Okay, bye now.